20th of June is Global Car Recycling Day. It's a day to raise awareness of the importance of responsible car recycling. But you may well wonder, why is that important? So let's take a look. This is Carlu, the Global Car Recycling Day mascot, and they're going to help show us why car recycling is so important. Thanks, Carlu. There are over 1.4 billion cars on the world's roads, and over 40 million of those cars are estimated to reach the end of their useful life across the globe every year. Around 27 million of those old cars are recycled, which sounds great, but that's still 30 million cars a year which are being abandoned or taken to big areas of waste called landfill. It's quite hard to imagine how many 30 million is, as it's such a huge number. But if you parked them all right next to each other, they wouldn't even fit on the whole of the country of Ireland. So why is it a problem if cars aren't recycled? An old car might seem pretty harmless if it's not pumping out nasty fumes. But actually they, and even new eco-friendly electric cars, contain a lot of hazardous and toxic fluids and materials that can really damage the environment if they're left to rot or scrapped without care. The other reason responsible car recycling is so important is that we really need to reuse the materials from those old cars. There are simply not enough resources in the world to make all the new cars we'll need in the future. So we need to recycle all the old cars to make sure we have enough materials to make new ones. It's called circular economy, and you can see how it works in a circle. This sensible way to look after the Earth's resources helps to protect the planet, avoid those rubbish dumps, helps to tackle climate change, and means making new cars is sustainable. If something is sustainable, it means it can happen for a long time with little or no harm to the environment. And that's what we need the car industry to be. In this country, and across Europe, governments have made strict rules about how much of each car has to be recycled, and how it's done, to make sure the environment is protected. This means that there are lots of places we can take our old cars where they will be recycled properly. The problem is, lots of people still don't know that their car can be recycled. Thanks, Carlu. Here in the UK, we're all very used to recycling things. Can you even imagine throwing glass bottles, tin cans or paper into a general bin? Let's take something you will have probably recycled before, a drinks can. Oh, that's my favourite. Anyway, you drink it, rinse it, crush it, put it in the right recycle bin, your job's done. Then it's taken to a big place where it'll be shredded into little pieces, processed, and used to make a new item, probably another drinks can. Cars are obviously a lot more complicated than cans, but really the same sort of process happens when they are recycled. Liquids and materials that might be dangerous for the environment, like oil and batteries, are removed from the car. Then the rest of it is crushed, and those cubes are taken to places where they are shredded, and all the different materials such as glass, plastic and metal are all separated and then processed into new materials that can be used again. Here in the UK, if you take your old car to a responsible car recycling centre, 95% of your car will have to be recycled. That's nearly all of it. An old windscreen might end up as a drinks bottle. The old tyres may become a new road surface. The plastic door panel could become piping in a building. And the steel car frame could be used to make new rail tracks. Or all of these parts might just end up as a shiny new car. So what can you do to help? Obviously a car won't fit in a recycling bin, and it might just seem impossible to do anything useful. But we have great news. Here in the UK, it's actually really easy to recycle a car responsibly. You just need to tell the adults you know that when their car is ready to scrap, it must go to an authorised treatment facility. That way, the car will have all the pollutants taken out safely, and as much of the car as possible will be recycled. Maybe your cousin's first car doesn't have many miles left in it, or your mum's been trying to persuade your granddad his car is ready to scrap. Whoever it is, they can make a really big difference just by choosing a responsible recycling centre when their old car has reached the end of the road. And you can tell them all about the precious resources they've saved and how they've helped look after the planet. Thank you so much for listening. We really hope you've learned something about the importance of responsible car recycling and the role you can have in protecting the environment. Thanks for your help today, Carlu. Bye, Carlu.